good line up here. And we have a race in our hands. Steve Smith gets the inside grid. Shortest way to the first turn, but you don't have to make a sharp turn when you get there. Not really would have been my favourite place to be. I would prefer Duncan Tolhurst slot myself, followed by James Rogers and Matthew Moronas. It seems a bit easier to run into a little wider on the turn and cut them up than it does to nip up the inside of them. But we shall see. Revs rise, tapes fly, and away they go. Steve Smith does just that on the inside, turns sharply and gets in front. Duncan Tolhurst in second place at the moment. Duncan Tolhurst trying to run a ring around the outside, gets held up in the traffic, and those first three have changed places. Matthew Morona is dealt with problems. Steve Smith then leading. James Rogers all over his back wheel, trying to push through on the inside. Steve Smith, James Rogers, Duncan Tolhurst, somebody else is Stephen Blythe. Andy Simons, of course. Steve Smith holding on to the two advantages, and look at James Rogers. He's been over there in Australia, you know, sussing out what they're up to with those sidecars. He's building some fantastic things himself. Riding one here this afternoon. It's number 2, Steve Smith, that leads. Oh, and the fairing has decided to start to let go on James Rogers' machine. He chases after Steve Smith, but I think the aerodynamics of it have been lost. He's still got the rear wheel steering now. Look, rear wheel steering with that rudder off the back. He's still chasing though, isn't he? Number 2, Steve Smith, holding on to that very important inside line. One more lap to go, and James Rogers makes his move on the outside. Steve Smith and Carl Pugh, James Rogers and Damien James, and James Rogers really trying for it on the outside now as he goes alongside Steve Smith. He gets his front wheel in front as he goes down to the next turn. James Rogers leads it. Steve Smith in second place. On the last turn as they come out of that, James Rogers has got the best of it. James Rogers and Damien James take the win. Steve Smith and Carl Pugh in second. Then Andy Simons and Mr. Bray. Then Mr. Blythe and Mr. Gill and Mr. Tolhurst, Mr. Moore at the back. I said they're unpredictable, these sidecars, didn't I? Official result in a moment.